This is Rhonda Brooks of Farm Journal Media, and I'm here today in South Central Michigan with Missy Bauer, Associate Field Agronomist. And Missy, we were just talking about, we've just finished the warmest March on record, and now we're into April. What does that mean as far as soil temperatures and going into planting season?
Well, one thing we got to keep in mind about soil temperatures is they will be somewhat reflective closely to air temp. So even though we come off really warm temperatures in March, as we get into April here, depending on what the air temperature is doing, we'll see our soil temps come up and down with that. So here in South Central Michigan, our first 6, 7, 8 days of April actually had soil temperatures averaging right around that 50-degree mark. But now we've gotten to a little bit of a cold snap. And when you get into these cold snaps, if it lasts 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 days long, you've got to pay attention to what's happening to those current soil temps. So what we've seen here is that we had been averaging above 50 degrees for several days in a row, which is what we want when we start to plant corn. But then when we have a couple cold days in a row, we've seen that our averages have dropped back down. So some things that we do to monitor soil temperature are a couple things. You can do something as simple as going out in the morning and do daily morning temperatures, where you just stick a little soil thermometer down in the ground and see where it's at. You do that at the same time every morning. Something that we do that we even like better is what we call taking the daily average temperature. So we use these little watchdog sensors that actually record soil temperature every 30 minutes, and we have these buried down at seed depth. So I like to monitor, because we're planting corn approximately 2 inches deep. We'll bury our sensors at 2 inches deep, and then that gives us a good handle on what's happening during the daytime and nighttime temperatures. So those are a couple ideas of ways to monitor it. But keep in mind that air temperature will be reflective of what's happening and your tillage situation. So if you're in conventional tillage, which is what we have on this chart here, we see that things maybe are a little bit warmer. But when we look at some of our no-till environments, we have a no-till example on this chart here, and the last day when it's been cool, our no-till averaged for the whole day dropped down to closer to 40 degrees, 41 degrees. So that'd be pretty cool conditions to be planting into. So be respective of your tillage environment, as well as what's happening with the overall weather. So even though we've had nice, great weather, if we get into a cold snap, we need to pay attention to our soil temperatures.
Well, that's great information. I was just curious. I really like that little watchdog temperature gauge. Where would I find one of those things?
They're available through Spectrum Technologies. So if you do a search on the internet for Spectrum Technologies, you can order them right through their website.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Missy.